Hi, and welcome to the 10 square meter workshop. Do you have a track saw and use it on an MFT? If so, you probably have something like this. A scale and stop allows you to set the length to be cut and make repeat cuts. Now that's fine for when you have to cut more than one long length and you want them to match. But what happens if you want to cut very short lengths? Too short for that to work. I recently needed 24 of these as draw slides. What's needed here is a jig, so you can make repeat shortcuts as well. Coming up after this. Fortunately, a wayside jig is one of the easiest things to make, with a wide choice in how you make it. There are two main parts, plus some hardware. The first item are dogs to go on the table. I 3D printed these. These have nuts inserted in the bottom. Using a soldering iron to melt them into the plastic. But you could turn them out of wood, you could use metal bar, 20mm aluminium is good. Or if your existing dogs have holes in them, you could use those too. The second part is a small plate. I used perspex here because I had it and it's very hard wearing, but this can be made out of ply. Two slots are made in this. These can be cut with a router or they can be hand cut. Drill at the ends and chisel out between. It doesn't really have to be accurate. The slots go from the middle to one side. You flip it round if the extra distance is needed. For hardware, I chose a couple of knobs from Amazon with threaded 6mm rod. But a couple of 6mm bolts with wing nuts would work equally well. And here is the whole thing assembled. Make the first cut in the normal way. Don't forget to use your wayside jig to compensate for the kerf. Then, before you make the cut, fit the gauge. Drop the dogs into the holes, press firmly, move the gauge up to the wood and tighten. Now make your cut. Remove the cut part, slide the wood up against the stop, and you're ready for the next cut. None of this needs to be very accurate. You're only holding the plate up against the wood. The edge of course needs to be straight, but then you cut it on your track saw so it will be. So it really is that simple. You won't regret making it, it will come in very useful. That's all for this time. Bye for now.